Okay, let's do 22 on page 17. Okay, let's just pick a random point. So this is P, and this is Q, and this is x1, y1, and this is x2, y2. And there's a point E that this distance is a quarter of this whole thing. Okay, if the whole thing is 1, this is a quarter. Okay, now and this x1 is smaller than x2. Okay, so if we are trying to get the coordinate of this point E, right, if I look at like this should be a quarter of this, right, because this is a similar triangle, right? So this over this should equal this over this. I'm sorry, these are similar triangles. So this over this should be this over this, okay? And then this over this should be quarter too, right? So this distance should be quarter of the whole thing. This distance should be quarter of the whole thing, okay? And that should give you the coordinate of E, right? So let's just look at the x. So the whole thing is x2 minus x1, right? This point right here is x2 and y1. X value is x2, y value is y1. That's the coordinate of this, right? So the distance between here and here should be x2 minus x1. Okay? And then we are looking for this distance. So you're going to divide by 4 to get this distance. But we don't know where the P is starting. So the coordinate of this point, if the P is 0, right, the x value of P is 0, then this will give you the coordinate of P. But you don't know where P is, right? But x value of P, whether positive or negative, whatever it is, for example, if this is 1, this value was 1, and then this distance is 2, then this point should be 3, right? If this value is 1 and this distance is 5, then this coordinate should be 6. So you just add the value of P value to get to the coordinate of this point. So you add x1. Okay? So this is 4 over x2 minus x1 plus 4x1. Because this have to make it 4 over 4x1 to combine the common denominator. So then you get a 4 over, this is x2, and minus x1 plus 4x1 is going to give you 3x1. And that's what this is, right? 3/4 of x1 plus a quarter of x2. Quarter of x2 plus 3/4 of x1. And you repeat the same thing for y. It's the same situation. The distance here to here is y1 minus y2. y1, and divided by 4 will give you this distance, and you want to add the coordinate of y1 and make this a 4 over 4, and you get the same thing, 4 over y2 plus 3y1. Okay.